what you get if you eat 3.14 cakes. Fat. You get fat. And on that note, I was at the doctor's last week and the doctor said, "Can we talk about your weight?" I said, "Yeah, sure." It was about 20 minutes, but at least this time the chair didn't break. Welcome to Shave&Butcher. Heute machen wir ein Video in Deutsch. No, we're not. We're not doing a German video, but we did a French one, the last one. Thank you so much, all of you who watched. Quite a few French-speaking guys, I think, because it was viewed much more than my usual videos are. Huge thank you to my new friend Cyril, or Fislade, as he's called. I'll put a link to his YouTube channel below. I'm just gonna see if the light can be organized. Cyril, or Fislade, does videos in French and he's huge. He's got about 6,000 subscribers. So huge video, all in French, but all very very good stuff. A lot of detail, a lot of reviews, a lot of analysis, and quite a few really good interviews with artisans. And he's really who inspired me to do it's just 2 videos I've done with artisans, Grönlycke and Laugar. So thank you, Cyril, and thanks for sharing the video and making sure the French-speaking community gets a bit of Shave&Butcher. Yeah, this shave today is an interesting one. I begged and received a sample of a soap and an aftershave splash from Mats Ojala, a colleague in the Swedish wet shaving community. So I've loaded it already because it's a sample and I want to do a face lathering, so I loaded in the Gilles Captain's Choice style bowl. Super dry loading, so I'm gonna need to add a bit of water to it straight away. This is what the soap looks like. It's quite brown. And the scent is why I begged to get it. Because I was watching IMCDB, really hate this scent, and anything that brings out emotion, you know, like that, because you really hated the scent of this stuff. Everything like that is interesting to me. So I wanted to try it out, and Mats was kind enough to help me out. This is the splash, also quite dark. As a comparison, Buffalo Trace, straight Kentucky straight bourbon. So it's a bit darker. It's like, you know, if you took this and stored it a bit longer on cherry barrels or something, that's what you get. So cheers, by the way. Oh, thank God I took the right one. So we're gonna shave with this, and the scent is really something special. You know, reading from the web page, this is Night Music from Barrister and Mann, by the way. Ooh, that's dry. I hope I loaded enough. I thought I did. It's really dry. This is why I prefer to load in a tin. Night Music by Barrister and Mann. And reading Barrister and Mann's webpage, well, I don't think this is sold anymore, but I found it somewhere. Well, I guess it's still on the website. Doesn't matter. He took, and I'm paraphrasing, shitloads of vanilla and put in bergamot, which I think is in every single shaving soap in the world, approximately. And added some iris, that's a flower, I googled. And then multiple layers of musk. I don't know if it was different kinds of musk or if it was just a shitload of that stuff as well. And then topped it off with strawberry, which is like, I don't know, if you eat funny mushrooms, you come to think of adding strawberry. I'm sorry, I don't mean to accuse soap artisans of taking illegal substances. Well, in America they'll be legal, I suppose. So I'm not sure about the base. Is it Excelsior? Maybe. If it's not written on the jar, on the tin, and it wasn't here because Mats checked, you don't know. And these, you know, artisans, American artisans, release some of their favorite scents. You saw I put that on as cake, and then I put water on until it became translucent. Then I worked it a bit. Now it's cakey again. You need, well, depending on how heavy you load, you need a absolutely ridiculous amount of water to make it. So I'll do the same thing again. Unfortunately, it's on the cold side, the water. So I'm painting water in again. By the way, this is a full moon synthetic brush made by Grey Dog. Grey Dog turned the handle, which is maple from his backyard. Yeah, so it absorbs a lot of water. You can load less soap, of course, and then the process is quicker. But who the heck is in a rush? Maybe you are, but then you either fast forward or you bugger off. Oh, kicky again. It's like nothing was ever done to it. It's like no water was ever added. And I don't know what the base is. It's a tallow, isn't it? It's a tallow base. Should have studied that. I don't really pay attention. The soap is good, the soap is good. So many other people, like good YouTubers and good Shave of the Day, Facebook posting people, keep track of that sort of thing for us, which is great. So we can just follow, get inspired, not do the work, not do the research. So thanks all of you. Well, there's a lot of you that put a lot of research. The artisans, obviously, but I mean, see, it's pretty translucent again. Not quite, but rather. A lot of hobbyists who spend a lot of time mapping, identifying, describing, sharing, listing, prioritizing soaps, aftershaves, razor blades, razors, etc. And wow, you guys, thank you so much. And you spend a lot of money as well. A lot of people, you know, in Sweden you've got Stefan Gidlund, Oscar Protiva, people like that I buy secondhand soap from. Those guys buy loads of new stuff and they use it once or twice, and there's many other, obviously, too. Then sell them at a price that is quite a bit lower than what they purchased it for. At least you don't have to pay the freight, which is usually from North America. So I like to buy secondhand soaps. Secondhand soap sounds disgusting. You can clean them, you know. Sorry about the faucet running. So that's 3 or 4 times that I've almost made the lather translucent. Well, at least you could see my skin. At least I could see my skin. And we're not talking about heaps of lather. It's just a good amount of soap, and this is how much water it takes. So you're wondering about the scent, and I'll get to that. I'll get to the scent. Barrister and Mann is interesting when it comes to scents. I haven't tried. Well, I've tried the bay rum, which was nice, but it's a bay rum. So yeah. Then I had Rome, and I had the aftershave or a cologne. No, the aftershave, I think. And that was just too much. It was just too much of everything. to me it was interesting, but not super nice smelling. My wife just said, we can't be in the same room, so then obviously you can't have it. You can't argue with that. You can argue saying, yes, you like it, and you know, you're insane in the head if you say, I'm gonna wear it anyway. So, you know, if your partner doesn't like it, you gotta get rid of it. So I did, and it was easy, and people say, love that soap. Fascinating. So, shitloads of water in the already shitloaded with vanilla and musk soap. Now I'm getting soap in the mouth. I have to, excuse me. So now we're sort of talking, I think. How does that look? Lather pornish. Rather okay. I think it's okay. You know, I can put even more shitloads of water into that. I just won't, because I think that's good. So 4 or 5 times applying a lot of water. And I have soap on the mirror, so the wife will be happy. I like to remind her that I've been here. You once been here. The razor of choice is a Wick Sexto Blade Med Prep or Surgical Prep. You can see that by the... hang on. No. There you go. Made in Brooklyn or someplace, New York, and a Kismet blade from Germany. Here we go. So this soap is ridiculously good. It really is. Okay. Hand-eye coordination. Yeah, then I have Diamond, which is one of my very favorite soaps. Diamond is another Barrister Mann, and it's created to mimic the scents you smell when you are at a baseball game. So dirt, candy popcorn, can't remember, grass, hot dog, that sort of thing. And it's quite spectacular. It's not a super nice scent, it's just wow, and it takes you places. Just the scent. It takes me to Marlin Park in Miami, where you used to be able to watch Miami Marlins baseball team. This scent. Well, who the heck puts a lot of musk into a lot of vanilla? That just appears a bit wacky, doesn't it? But the Mr. can't remember his name at Barrister and Mann certainly does. And a strawberry on top. Crazy man. So CDB almost got, oh shit. I'm shaving like an idiot. Was almost nauseous when smelling this. I love the scent. I really do. It's such a cool scent. And it's also a scent that takes me places. I just don't know where, you know? I have no reference. When I had the Kel's Originals Arabian Spice soap from Chicago, that took me to Arabia, to Morocco. This stuff, I don't know, but it makes your mind wander. I shaved with it yesterday and it was an extraordinary experience. It isn't now because I'm not able to focus on the scent as much because I'm talking to you a lot. But it really is interesting. And the aftershave splash I think it is a splash, yeah, because it has a bit of alcohol and stuff. Last for a long time. I put it on 5-6 o'clock-ish yesterday, and this morning you can still smell it. So I put some more on. Now it's evening again. And that's good. A bit unusual for aftershaves. I don't use scented or matched aftershaves very much, because I like to put, if I have any scent, I like to put on something that lasts all day and something that I really enjoy. So having an aftershave in the morning or evening prevents me from putting on the perfume, right? Because that would be wacky, if anything. And then usually it doesn't last all day, but this stuff does, which is good. And I find that the scent of the soap and the scent of the aftershave is very well matched. And again, in my limited experience, that is not always the case. Both can smell really good, and the aftershave can remind you of the soap, but it's not always the same, especially middle notes and base notes that you get after a while, because you have citrus stuff in a lot of things and it just goes away quickly. But what remains is what is interesting, right? Deuxième passe. And this is a mad scent. I think, is it Will, the gentleman at Barrister Mann? Anyway, I think they wrote it's the raunchiest. I haven't Googled, I don't know what that means, but if you're English speaking, you may know what that is. The raunchiest taste. I thought, oh, ranch, so it smells like ranch chip dip. But that's not what they meant. It's really cool. Clearly not for everyone, because Chris Bailey doesn't like it. It feels like a scent where very few people would go, well, I don't know. You either like it or you don't, I think. And it's not new, it's several years old. But as you know, this is the channel you come to hear what I have to say about stuff you tried a long time ago. There's zero news value here. Yeah, my hands are a bit wonky today. It'll be okay. A lot of uses on that blade too. Sexto blade, I don't quite know because I never count, but I think I get easily 15 shaves out of a blade, at least 10. And we're getting close to that point, I think, that number. So this, I think, yeah, let's decide this is the last shave of this blade. It still cuts beautifully. Still smooth. Yeah, you know what? We'll see. Well, in an hour I'll decide. In an hour, half an hour, that's when you know what the shave was like. Then I'll decide. Let's not be hasty. I was watching some YouTube videos today. Martin at YMMD Shaves thinks you don't have to waffle all the time. I think waffle is not making waffles, but rather talking all the time. So, but I like to talk all the time. So there you go. But he had 2 videos up from the last few. Okay, shut up. You can stop waffling if your life is threatened. 2 videos up in just a few days. So that was nice to see him. Gordon Christie made a video also. It was a thank you video, which was very nice. He had a lot of things to be thankful for, and I've never heard Gordon talk so much in a video ever. He was waffling for a good 10 minutes. Then he came to his senses. We started shaving. And he thanked quite a few people. He thanked Marion the Barbarian as an example. And I think a lot of us have Marion to thank for a lot of things. He's extremely generous. He sends stuff out all over the world. He sent loads of stuff to me. And he's just generous and funny. And he how do I translate? He offers himself in a non-prostitution way. Han bjuder på sig själv in Swedish. He doesn't hold back. He gives of himself. Okay, it's getting worse. He's very generous with himself. Okay, I'll stop there. You know what I mean. So thank you, Gordon. Thank you, Marion. And Justin, the Red Island Shaver, has a new video out where he's got some new music that he wrote. It's a song called Rain. And Justin has no studio. He plays the guitar live and everything else. He doesn't sing, thank God. But everything else is sort of done in GarageBand on his iPhone. And he puts it together and it sounds good. Which is quite impressive. Justin is also legally blind, which I'm sure doesn't help. So go check out the Red Island Shaver. I'll put links to these guys. At least I'll try and remember. I'm not very good at that sort of thing. I think we're good. Sometimes I do pickup passes. But when I use the wick, I usually don't have to. So I'm going to rinse this off, see what it's like, and be right back. Right back. And I think we did quite all right. My skin's so dry now in the winter. Yeah, you know what? We did just fine. We did just fine. That's irritation from yesterday. Dry skin just gets irritated more. Okay, so we're doing this. We're taking the super dark urine sample, which is, I apologize, night music. And we're pouring that into the palm of our hands and doing wow. And this is where the scent really comes out. And it's like the initial scent is like boom, a lot of clubman feeling. And oh shit, that's way too much. Oh, wasted this stuff. Put some on the head too. And there's alcohol in it, so you get the alcoholic smell. I don't use alcohol after shaves a lot, but then after a while it works as a perfume, and it is super nice. So you may not like it. It's not a kind, grandmothery, flowery, sort of scent. It's more boom, and yeah, it's vanilla and musk. Who would have thought of that? Well, he did, Will, or whatever his name is. Thank you for watching me use old soaps. Thank you, Mats, for supplying them. Really appreciate that. You've been a terrific audience tonight. I wish you a beautiful night together, and I'll see you soon. Have a fantastic Monday yesterday. Have a fantastic Monday tomorrow. I'll see you soon. Stay sharp.